Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'll be presenting my favorite movie. So at first, I will give you a little bit background information, and then I'll introduce the main characters and explain the plots. And at last, I would like to share a little interesting interpretation of the movie. So my favorite movie is Inception. So this is a film produced in 2010. And it is directed and written by Christopher Nolan. And it is a sci-fi thriller about subconscious minds. And to be more precise, it is basically a dream heist, I would say. And now I'm going to introduce the director of this movie, Christopher Nolan. So he was born in London in 1970, and he is considered to be one of the best filmmakers in the 21st century. And some may say that he is a persuasively inventive storyteller, and I couldn't agree with this saying more. Since basically all of his movies are based on scientific facts, which gives the movie a reasonable setting, so the audience doesn't need to think that much, just enjoy the movie. And also, he has another special trait. He only shoots in film, so that means that there's basically no CGI in his films. All of the explosions and the crazy, amazing scenes are basically, they really exist, like they do happen in Christopher Nolan's film. And he has been nominated for the Academy Awards, which is the Oscars, for 5 times. And I believe that Inception has 2 of them. But oddly, he's never won one, so it's just such a shame. And now, I'm going to introduce the main characters of this movie. So, this is the protagonist of the movie, Dominic Cobb. And he is known for his expertise in extraction. So extraction is you go into other people's dreams and try to steal their thoughts or their secrets. And since he is good at extracting people, he is really good at reading people. He always finds his target's weak spot and try to make him confess. Yes, and he is wanted due to the death of his wife. And later if I have time, I will say more about it. And his totem is the spinning top. So, what is a totem? A totem is what an extractor uses to distinguish between reality and in the dreams. So, take Dom, for example. If he spins the spinning top, it continues to spin. That means that he's still in his dreams. However, if it stops, then it means that he is in reality. So it's quite interesting. And this is Arthur. So Arthur is basically Cobb's right-hand man. He makes sure that the mission goes smoothly and all the details are perfect. And then there's Eames. So Eames is the forger, and basically he is good at mirroring people's habits, just imitating others. And he can project the image of other people. So basically, in the dreams, he can be anyone he wants. Right. And this is Dom's target. So this is Robert Fisher. And since his father died, he is the heir of Fisher Moral. And he had a quite strained relationship with his father, so it somehow makes him feel like very insecure, and he often thought that he disappointed his father. Right. And so in Dom's mission, they are trying to plant an idea in his head to disassemble the company, just to finish the company. And this is called the Inception, right? Oh, and this is another team member in Cobb's team. And this is Ariadne, the architect. So basically, he builds the surroundings in the dreams. Yes, since she is a gifted architect. And she joined Cobb's team because of curiosity. And in the movie, she led Dom's team travel in dreams, which is kind of like in Greek mythology. Ariadne led Theseus walk out of the labyrinth. And at last, this is Mal. So Mal is Dom's wife. However, as I mentioned before, actually she is dead. So she is actually the projection of Dom's guilt, because Dom indirectly somehow killed his wife. And she often appears during Dom's mission and interrupts the characters, and basically she just sabotages the mission. And now, please allow me to explain the plots. But however, I will only focus on the main part, which is how they planted the idea in Robert's mind. And I think there is like a more interesting storyline behind this storyline. But if you are interested, please watch the movie. All right? So this is the first layer of the dream, the rainy city. You know why it is called the rainy city? Because the one who is doing this dream wants to pee, so it is rainy. Really, I'm not. All right, fine. So in this first picture, they are actually trying to kidnap Robert in the dreams, right? But however, Robert's mind is trained to defend himself in dreams. So, but however, they still manage to kidnap Robert, and Eames transformed into his godfather, Peter Browning, in order to gain his trust and kind of plant an idea that he has a secret. His father has a secret safe, and it contains the things that he wanted. But actually, it is his idea. It is Robert's idea. And this is the projection of Dom. So as I said before, Dom's mental statement is actually not really stable. So there is like something interrupting him during the mission. And now we are at the second layer of the dream. So basically, it is in a fancy hotel. And this time, they used kind of a non-violent strategy. Dom persuaded Robert that he is the head of his mental security, Mr. Charles. And Eames, once again, transformed into Peter Browning and portrayed him as a traitor. So if the company still exists, maybe Peter Browning someday will do something bad for the company, and which makes Robert's mind even clearer. And this is the last layer of the dream. So as you can see, this is a snow fortress, because this is the deepest layer of Robert's mind. So there are like heavy security. But however, they still managed to make Robert get into the safe. And he found the safe. And it has the paper that said that, oh, you should disassemble the company. And yeah, that is it. And at last, I would like to share the interpretation of the movie, which I thought it was kind of interesting. So, some people say that this movie is actually the movie about a production of a movie. So, the extractor, Dom, he is actually the director. And Ariadne is the art director who designs the scenes of the movie. And Arthur is the producer of the film. And Eames, of course, is the actor. How about us? Who are we? We are the target. Because every time we see a movie, it is like there's some kind of idea or thought planted into our minds. And At last, I would like to share a little quote in Nolan's other film. So don't try to understand it, feel it. So a lot of people like to explain Nolan's film. However, and Nolan said that it's all right. He really likes people like interpreting or explaining his movies. However, he believes that you must enjoy it and really feel it. And that's for all today. And thank you for listening. And if there are any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
Can we start with any question or comment?
Gary.
How many times you watch the movie?
I'd say like 4 or 5 times. Yes, I really like the movie.
Which part of the movie do you like the most?
My favorite part of the movie is, I forgot to mention that. In here. So there's this spinning hotel hallway when Arthur is trying to fighting with Robert's mine security. And I think this is really cool because this is really not CGI. They really built a spinning room so that, and they really built a spinning room for them to fight in. Really interesting. Right.
Yes, any others? Feel free to speak.
For me?
What else film shot by Nolan do you prefer?
So if you are aware of maybe around 2 or 3 months ago, there's one film Nolan made called Oppenheimer. Yeah, and I think it's a masterpiece. It's pretty cool because this is the first time Nolan produced a biography film, and I think it is pretty cool. And also, there's another film I really liked about it. What's that called? Tenet. The movie this line came from. Yes, that is the first time I really went into the theater to watch this film. Right. Are there any questions?
I have a question here. I think
Yes.
the movie ends with the spinning top.
All right. Yeah.
I think it's very controversial, right? So what is your interpretation of the final scene?
So for me, I think I think Nolan has kind of has also been asked this question before, and I really like the way he answered the question because I am very obsessed in if Dom came back to reality or is he still in his dreams. However, I believe that it is not the most important part because at the moment he spun the spinning top and he saw his kids and his father, he went to embrace them. I think at that time that means that Dom doesn't really care if he is in the dreams or reality because he is with his family, and I think that is quite a perfect ending. Right.
Good. Any others? Any other fans of Christopher Nolan here? I think I can just recommend another movie by Nolan. I think it's called Prestige. Maybe you've seen this one before.
Prestige.
Yeah, it's about magicians.
The one with Hugh Jackman and
Yeah.
the other, yeah. I haven't seen that. Yeah, and Memento. I really wanted to watch Memento. I think that's his first one, right?
Right. I'll recommend Prestige. I think,
Prestige?
yeah, the story is a bit like Inception. The ending is also very interesting.
Right, okay. Thank you, William.
Welcome. So, any others? Okay, if not, then thank you very much for the presentation.